Said I would do another video about Hillary Clinton's speech to see if she lived up to what I said she needed to do. And I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to play you at least a clip from her speech, and I'm going to talk about it, unfortunately. Having watched the speech, watching it live, the speech was everything I didn't want it to be. There were a few moments where it contained things that I wanted to be. She did hit Trump very well. She did talk about some policy issues. That was good. But that was all she did for my list. And if you remember from my list, I said there was a lot of things she needs to do. And my list was get personal, display emotion, dig deep, hit Trump, talk substance, talk to and attempt to mend relationship with the base, aka the Bernie Sanders supporters, and she needs to sound authentic. And again, she only hit Trump and she only talked substance. The rest of it was platitudes and sound bites. It was really just taking every day of the convention and putting it in one speech. And it was uninspiring except for one part, which I'm going to go ahead and play for you right now. This is the part that stood out to me and was the inspiring bit from this speech. But it's not really that inspiring. Just take a look.
So, don't let anyone tell you that our country is weak. We're not. Don't let anyone tell you we don't have what it takes. We do. And most of all, don't believe anyone who says, I alone can fix it. Yes, those were actually Donald Trump's words in Cleveland. And they should set off alarm bells for all of us. Really? I alone can fix it? Isn't he forgetting troops on the front lines, police officers and firefighters who run toward danger, doctors and nurses who care for us, teachers who change lives, entrepreneurs who see possibilities in every problem, mothers who lost children to violence and are building a movement to keep other kids safe? He's forgetting every last one of us. Americans don't say, I alone can fix it. We say, we'll fix it together.
The only reason that got to me is that, and it really didn't get to me. I was like, okay, that's a good moment right there. The only reason I felt that way was because it says to each and every person, it lists a bunch of different types of people and says, you can do it, you can be great, you are a part of what makes this country better or not. If you stand up and say you want to fix it, it will get fixed. That was the best part of the speech to me. Other than that, like I said, it was platitudes. But it was empty platitudes at that, because it was emotionless. It was, let's put it like this. When she was talking about how momentous this moment was, her being the first female nominee of a major party, it fell flat. It felt uninspired. It felt uninspiring. It felt emotionless. It felt dry. It felt robotic, and it felt rehearsed. And I knew not to expect much from this speech, but I was hoping that finally she would take the criticism and she'd do something about it, and she'd really appeal to people. But it was just more of the same, and it was really disappointing. The appeal to the Bernie Sanders supporters saying your cause is our cause, that doesn't work. Tell them how it's your cause, but say it with conviction. Say it with honesty. Say it authentically. Stop co-opting other people's language to say it. Use your own language. Speak from the heart. And I just don't feel she did that. And I'm not saying when she talked about her being the first female nominee of a major party, I'm not saying she needed to cry. That's not what I'm saying. She could have gave us a tear, though. Or she could have sounded like she was getting choked up a little bit. But she didn't do that. She had the same cadence, the same rhythm she had throughout her entire speech. That was unfortunate. During the speech, I ended up getting so bored that I took out my phone and started playing games. I almost even at one point fell asleep on the speech. The speech wasn't good. It was more of the same. And if that inspires you, and good for you, but I want someone who's going to really inspire me, make me want to get out and vote for them. And that speech was not it. I will say there was an interesting point where she seemed to get really quiet, and it was during a part where the Bernie supporters were chanting something. I don't know what they were chanting, because as the night was, every time the Bernie supporters started chanting, they were drowned out by the Hillary supporters with either a Hillary or a USA chant. But that's what I think about her speech. I don't think she's going to get a real substantive, sustained boost in the polls from this. I think it may go up a little bit just because of the visibility of it. And after a while, it will mellow back out, and we'll see where they really stand. And I think by the end of August, we'll know what's going to happen in this election. I don't know when the first debate between Trump and Hillary is going to be, but there's been too much characterizing of the two already that's really negatively hurt them. And it's just going to continue. They're going to keep going for body blows with each other. And it's just going to get worse, and it's going to get uglier. And I hope that Jill Stein and Gary Johnson can get into the debate so people can see that there are other options, and we can put more attention and focus on them. That way, we can move away from Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump and how scary this election is and how unfortunate it is. And that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and maybe I'll respond. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Peace.